Hey, welcome to Voices of Vision. Today, our guest is RJ Ahmed. He is in his mid 20s and has started his podcasting journey in 2019. His podcast name is Interview with Entrepreneurs, where he has interviewed entrepreneurs earning 7, 8, 9 figures also. He's a self published author. The name of his book is Decades in Days, and he has a done for you program for podcasting. Welcome RJ Ahmed.
Hey Shruti, thank you so much for having me today. I'm super excited.
Yeah, same here. I'm also excited because my journey started by learning from you. So I hope you're okay by answering a few questions. And
Yeah,
my first
absolutely.
question, great. So my first question is, what are the few challenges that you faced in your podcasting journey?
Few challenges that I faced was uh I never thought about like I'll be on camera, right? That was the first challenge. And I would say like it was the toughest one because we are so conscious about like how we look, how we sound, and then like how we portray ourselves on socials. We are like we're so into the insecurities of it that we simply just we are really cautious about it, but we forget about the fact that we fix ourselves over time by analyzing what our mistakes are and then overcoming it, right? So most people don't know about the fact that one, I play piano, and I
Mhm.
had a piano channel prior of me working online. So my channel of playing piano, I started it like completely faceless 9 years ago on YouTube.
Oh God.
So I started that I think in 2015, somewhere along those lines. Like YouTube yesterday sent me a notification like your channel turns 9 today, somewhere along those lines. So I started playing piano at first, faceless channel. It was like, a little piano. And then, as soon as I started to get better, I started to upgrade the keyboard, all that, etc. So, but the problem with all that was like, as soon as I crossed 1,000 subscribers, I announced publicly, like, hey, I'll do my face reveal. I never did. I never did my face reveal after crossing 1,000 subscribers on my channel because I was so conscious of the fact how I look, how I'll sound, how I'll speak, getting on camera, this and that. So for me, I never thought about like I'll be on camera, but like that
Mhm.
shift eventually started to happen when I started to follow Russell, Russell Brunson and his content, and like when he said like you have to be a leader to your audience, all that etc. So you have to like portray them by example. So these were the things that were like kind of like crazy big domino for me, and I started to realize like if I really want to show my audience what they can do, I have to do it first. So that was definitely first challenge I had. The second challenge I had was again lack of vocabulary. It's like limited set of words we can use to express ourselves, right? In Urdu or Hindi, like we have like every specific set of word to describe every set of expression. uh, Same happens in English, but like since we are not used to that vocabulary, we always try to like put every particular aspect or object under like one phrase or word, so we are not expressive enough. So lack of vocabulary was the second thing which I had to overcome later down the road, because it's like you don't know how to respond, you're not communicating that well because you have a lack of vocabulary. um and third was, I would say, like not getting like so overly excited about it, because I was like so overly excited because the people I'm following, I'm having them on the podcast, so I was like literally overly excited, even like they can spot it right from the get-go. The problem with that was that if you do something like that, for you might look cool, but for the other person, also for the audience, they would see you just another fan of that person, right? So like that was something that was like I had to overcome later down the road. I was like what, like 15, 16 episodes, somewhere along those lines, I started to calm myself a little bit more down. um
Mhm.
and now things, now sometimes it happens, but I still know now how to control it so that nobody can notice it. But I still get like butterflies or etc. Because like I was able to like interview some people I've been following like for 10 years or like 12
Mhm.
years when I was a kid, and I was like watching YouTube how to make money online through AdSense revenue, all etc. So yeah, like these were like some of the main challenges I had for sure.
Great. So I can see that you've actually overcome all your challenges and on the journey, maybe in some places, but it's a great progress that you have seen for yourself. And I'm sure we are all here to learn from you. So, with these challenges, which is the most important factor that you think is there in your growth?
I would say like the ability to listen is really important factor. Uh,
Mhm.
because like that allows you not only to ask like more like important questions, but able to like understand the other person properly. If they understand like you're getting them, they're going to be like far more interested, or far more interesting with you in at the end of a day. The problem what most people have is like they have this like rigorous script that they normally created or kept it on side, and they try to like follow that script rigorously.
Right.
And if the conversation normally going into a different direction, but they are like adamant of the fact that they have to follow the script, it
Mhm.
is a worst way to carry a conversation, because like it's not an interrogation, right? It's a conversation. So
Absolutely.
when you take it as a conversation, it can go in any flow. And then if you're not listening to it properly, it means that you're not following it and you cannot carry it the way it should be. If you take it as an interrogation, then you're going to follow the script as is, where the context is also not there. So the common example I try to give for this especially is, let's say if you're having a podcast with somebody and like somebody told you a sad story, maybe like somebody passed out, uh from their personal family, relatives, whatever it is, and then you are like, oh, that's so sad, like what about the party you went last night? Like if that is your script question and you're rigorously trying to follow it based off whatever the conversation happening right now, it's not applicable, right? So
Yeah.
being a great listener is like the most crucial ability. Like everything else have their own importance, but most of the things comes after that. So yeah.
Okay. Great. That's very insightful. So when you're talking about being a great listener, something that you shared in the first question is that you had a YouTube channel for playing your piano and it is 9 years. So what was the feeling after 9 years? Have you still revealed yourself or not?
Yeah, I did revealed myself, because now I got like so used to getting on camera, now I don't mind, right?
Mhm.
After that, I still play piano, so I still record videos. I post sometimes on my Facebook or Instagram, just right there because I enjoy it. Um,
Mhm.
and I also post it on my YouTube too. Um, I now you don't care about like how many views I get, all that, but like now people, now people have already saw me, all that, but it was still not. I've not created a, I was like a dedicated face reveal video, nothing like that. But I just started posting video with my face itself, because now I don't care about it. Now I'm like, I'm not. I don't care about any sort of like insecurity, how other people gonna think about how I look, all that, because I was able to like bypass all of it. Um, Insecure, right? Because it's like for every level there's a saying like new level new devil. Just like for every level you have a fear that you have to face and you have to overcome it. Once you overcome it, it's like it looks like it looks like it was achievable, but at that time that was the biggest demon. So now, like, I don't mind. Even I don't mind if somebody is in front of me and telling me like, hey, bro, you don't look good. I'm like, well, thank you for your input. If that was a serious advice, I would have taken it. But well, thank you, but I'll do what I want to do. So now all of those opinion doesn't matter much to me, until or unless I know that somebody is giving me advice that is like literally for my benefit,
Mhm.
not otherwise, right? So
Absolutely.
now I do it like it doesn't matter to me, to be honest.
Absolutely. This is so wonderful. So when you're saying every level new devil, so at your current level, what is your devil?
Yeah, I mean, like I see like one of the devil like I actually faced as soon as I started to like interview these entrepreneurs was like, again, what I said, like myself comparing with them. Um, that happened like at first. Uh, Now I try to like mitigate that a lot, because when I started to interview them, I told you, right, it's like it's called authority by association. So I became the part of their authority by associating myself with them. So in that case, it's like now people are considering me as an authority. Like some people like think about like, I don't know, like just so successful just because of that perception got created because of the people I interviewed on the podcast. So in my mind, I was like, I started to compare myself with some of them. But later down the line, I started to realize that those people have spent almost 10 to 15 years in the business already. And with having like amazing skill set, be able to like, their speed of execution was really fast. The way that they doubled down on what works was really fast. I had yet to do all of that right now. So if I compare myself on their strengths, it's like it's a pretty easy way to degrade yourself and demotivate yourself, right? This
Mhm.
was definitely something that I personally faced. Um, but then I was like, well, I have my own strengths. uh, the other person could have their own, um, which I started to like nail down all the etc. But it's pretty. But the advantage of that was that I started to get the realization that if I'm talking with somebody, or if I'm close to somebody who's making like $10 million a year, 30 million, or 100 a year, I can at least see what they're doing, which I can feel at least realistic that it can be possible. Maybe it can take 10 years, doesn't matter, but it is at least possible, right? When we are a kid, we say like we want to be a millionaire, but it's like we don't have any direction. It's like we don't know exactly how, right? But
Right.
now, if you are in the proximity of somebody who's making $1 million or more, you can really see and you can be like, oh, okay, this is the step. That's exactly how it be possible. I mean, like my podcast allowed me to like not only network but collaborate with a lot of like successful entrepreneurs too. For example, like Dan Henry came to Pakistan 2 months ago. If you know about Dan,
Yeah.
yeah. So he came to Pakistan like 2 months ago, and we organized the event here in Pakistan, and he was the speaker in the event. And he came here in Pakistan. We spent like 7 days together. People pay tens of thousands of dollars to pay him to get his attention, to sit with him. Like we were like chilling with him, like having lunches, dinners, breakfast, having fun, this and that. uh, it was not possible at all if the podcast was not there, right? So there is definitely blessings, some sort of like curses, I would say. But yeah, like these were definitely some like devils that I still try to overcome. But eventually, like sometimes here and there, it just get you.
Absolutely. In fact, I did see on your profile about your lunches and stuff like that
Yeah,
with them. Yeah, it was there. And it was like what you actually said, people pay to be with them for some couple of hours or minutes, and you're spending all your time. So, yes, it is a very, very strong way to stay connected with people and associate with them. So,
exactly, 100%.
yeah, I want to know one thing. You were just mentioning, that you've at a point of time compared yourself with people who you are interviewing, and thinking that they've done it, so I also have to do it. So, is this the reason why you wrote your book Decades in Days, because you think you could cover up, or what was it that made you write that book?
Yeah, so again, like I feel like writing a book is also a huge challenge, right? Because when you think about books, like a lot of books are evergreen. Like there are books like Rich Dad Poor Dad that's been there for what, like 25, 30 years or more. There are books like Think and Grow Rich, which is like there for like 70, 80 years or more. uh,
Yes.
so when you think about books, it is kind of like intimidating, but it is like, even though there are a lot of books, but there's still a lot less. uh there are less authors than readers, technically, if you think about it. So I was like, what what can I write that would even like make sense for me or for me to not only write but also people to actually buy it for some reason, or that's something that cannot be like outdated. I
Mhm.
can update it, and that could make sense, or that could even like qualifying for me to do. Because if you think about like traffic, like Russell had done incredible job with writing like traffic secrets, all the etc. Affiliate marketing, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of books around affiliate marketing. I don't think so I have any specific like knowledge I can provide that most people are not aware of. um, Book always have to have something that is like mm, either like new, or if even if it's like not new, it's like a new way of old thing that people can now understand, right? It's like something
Absolutely.
in a different context which is like more understandable for others. So then it was like I was consuming a course. It was like a 1 week author uh, the course, and the guy in there, he actually said like, you don't need a publisher, you don't need a ghostwriter uh, to write a book. I was like, oh, okay, that's great. So it means like, first, I don't need a publisher, I don't need a ghostwriter. Um, I can like first of all self-publish the book, let's say on Kindle or stuff like that, and get the printable versions of that. That was the first false belief that got broken for me. Second, I was like, there are some books, technically, if you think about, there are some books which are made after interviewing entrepreneurs. For example, like Tony Robbins have a book. I think it's like Money Masters the Game, and this like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Like these books are basically personal interviews, takeaways. So I was
Yes.
like, what if I put my personal takeaways after interviewing the people I interviewed on my show and convert that into a book? So at that time when I launched the book, it was back in 2021. I had interviewed about like 50 people that time. So I curated out of 50, 30. And like I converted those 30 people into like 30 chapters of the book as my personal takeaways from every individual person from different walks of life, different industries, different markets. Um, and I try to add something that is like some sort of like either result oriented or like mindset oriented, because every person have a different sort of like a delivery they can do.
Yeah.
I remember like Steve Larson said something in an interview, and I made sure that I add that into a book. Also, he said like not every problem need to be solved, and not every problem pays you when you solve them. So
Amazing.
yeah, so when he said that, it was in my mind, and I was like, I have to make sure this becomes a part of the book. Uh, and that's exactly what he said, like almost like 4 years ago. Like because like the first interview I did with him was in like I think June or July 2020. So that's exactly when he said that. But it was so strong, and it made so much sense that it was, it was into my mind even still now. So I made sure like I added some things, and then like I created the funnel, and it was shocked. Over 10,000 people went through the funnel um, during the promotion of it, and people like even got like audiobooks, all etc. So ideally, that was not the way for me to like hide that, but like that also gave me the reason to stand out from that crowd. Or even like be able to make myself even more unique within the network I had, because even in my network not everybody was an author. So they were so shocked of the fact they were like, bro, like 21 writing a book, like that is amazing. And I gifted them book. Any person who was into my book as a chapter, I sent them the copy of the book
Yes.
as a gift. In return, some of them actually posted that on their socials, like, hey, just got the book, like we are the chapter of it, just go check that out, all etc. So I was thinking about like, isn't that the other purpose that most people want to have, is like they want to have these people in their circle, and also they want to have them promote their stuff. And that's exactly what happened in my case. Like they promoted the book, which was technically a book funnel, which are like an audiobook, this and that, all the etc. Um, it was great. It was great. But that was one of the ways I was able to like, make myself stand out from from the like needle movers in the industry who was not still author. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, one way or the other, yes, but that was not solely the reason.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure it was not solely the reason, but it's a great way to, put everything in one place where everybody can absolutely benefit from it. And definitely, I'm sure the people who have read it up to now, I haven't, although I'm a super, super book reader and I love to read books, and which I think is showcasing behind my on the screen also. So
Yeah, yeah,
definitely I'll
exactly.
be reading it. Yeah. So how do you think your stories and experiences have impacted others through your book, through your podcast, through your reels? When you've shared something, do you think it impacts others in a way where you can actually tell them that yes, this is one way of leading? Yes, it has impacted me. I am going through the journey, and I have started my journey, but there must be a lot of others who are going through it and want to do it. And so if
Yeah,
you could share some
yeah, I would say 100%. It See, like I try my best to be able to like positively influence somebody, but stay who I am, right? I don't want to change myself. Uh, I don't want to change myself as like somebody who I'm not. Um,
Mhm.
it's like it's like a little bit like hypocritical. if you think about it, I want to stay like how I am and like, just improve along the way. But I just try to make sure, let's say if somebody messages me, I make sure I respond to them. That's like really important thing. Is like anytime somebody messages me, I have enough time to be able to, not like instantly, but like I have enough time to be able to like respond to somebody, even if they have questions. uh, I love to like answer them. Like, hopping on a call is something different, but it's like I would love to answer them questions because like, or even like sending them voice note, I would love to do that because I want to make sure if they considered me somebody who can answer question and I have enough sanity right now or enough availability that I can respond, then why not? Right? Uh, I don't think so by responding my knowledge to somebody, and especially when I'm not hopping on calls, is gonna give any loss to me, but at least like some profit to them. So I don't have any problems with that, right? Like, yeah, hopping on a call is something different because like now you're like, spending more time, devoting more time, this and that. But like anyone who sends message to me, all the etc. And even my intent of creating reels is like I should provide them at least something tangible. Uh and it is so crazy when I post reels or when I post YouTube videos, like even my clients send me messages and they're like, bro, you are literally posting content that you are selling as a service or stuff like that. I mean, like my script, um, I provided that script as a YouTube video too. Like, hey, here's how to get a script. Of course, like there's a full course content, but apart from that, like I posted the script as you could say as a free legion, right? Or posted the content on YouTube how to use the script eventually. So one of my clients reached out to me and he was like, bro, like you literally giving this script for free. I was like, even though I'm giving this script for free, first of all, nobody can say me like I have not provided what I'm not using because this is exactly what I'm using myself. And I think I've shown like I think in the masterclass or the course content there was like some screenshots too of the same
Yes.
script I use and got a reply, all the etc. And still I use it still now. Um, but I was like, still not everybody gonna use it. That is the problem. It's like now at least nobody can say like I've not provided them the thing that they needed. That's kind of like sort of difference. So I try to make sure if I can like help somebody and that advice can make their life change, why not? Like no loss to me. Because I had some people who helped me out that time when I needed free guidance, free knowledge, free answers to questions that was needed for me to get my first breakthrough, my first sale as an affiliate when I was promoting stuff. So I always tend to give back, it's so insane that let's say if I get to any events, stuff like that, when I get to meet people, some people are following my content for like 5 years when I started out. So it's so crazy that people yet following me and then they're like, hey bro, I've been watching your video when you were in your hostel. So I'm like, there must be something, right? The reason why they're falling for like 5 years and still remember about it. I hope so. So yeah, I always love to give back, um, in my sanity until it's possible. So yeah,
I am so appreciative about it because when I was in a conversation with you, I saw how beautifully you were responding back to me, and really fast, which made me feel okay, this is a person I can go to easily and, maybe speak something if I really need to. So,
yeah,
yes, that I'm sure you are doing because I have experienced it firsthand. So, yes,
I'm
definitely.
glad.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, my last question to you is that I know where to find you. I know what you are doing, but would you like to share it with the audience exactly how to find you, what you're doing, so that they can come to you whenever they need help and support
Yeah.
and want to start off with something?
So right now, if you guys have like any questions around like podcast content, if you want to learn how to become a valuable person, to be honest, how to create your network, all the etc., like just check my name like RJ Ahmed on Facebook, RJ Ahmed on YouTube. It's RJ Ahmed on Instagram also. Find there, learn the content that I've been posting about it, apply it somewhere, um, because there are a lot of actionable steps, to be honest, that can
Yes.
be applicable in a lot of different ways, not only just podcasts, but basic life, from clients, acquisitions to like, handling. I think it was like a couple of days ago, like yesterday or day before yesterday, I posted a call or posted a reel around like how to, well, like what normally goes wrong in a sales call. Um, and what most common mistakes most people make around a sales call, all the etc. And I was talking about like what not to do. So yeah, like follow my Facebook, RJ Ahmed, Instagram same name, X same name, YouTube same name. And if you're gonna have any questions, just let me know. Happy to help.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for being on this show. And it was so, so nice having you here,
Yeah,
listening to you, because, yes, you have mentioned in your reels also listening is important. Having the right kind of language is important, as well as the right kind of mindset is also
yeah,
important.
yep,
So,
absolutely.
thank you so much, and hope to see you one more time. Hopefully, in some more time, once I have had more episodes, I would love to have you back with me here on this show.
Well, all the best. Looking forward to see like how you do it and like how you crush with this podcast.
Yes, I am also looking forward to it. So,
Awesome.
thank
Thank you.